neutral grain cereal bars. More of the whole grains your body needs, made with real fruit mixed berry. Hello to all my friends of the Still Reign 3 channel. And I went out and in the evening yesterday, early evening, and I was surprised by one of the antique stores on Route 66 that had some albums in there, because usually when I go in there they want the ridiculous price of like $30 for they think this is worth something. Let me move along before I start ranting about them and their ridiculous prices in those antique stores for records. And a lot of times they're all scratched up, but the covers are always good on them. I think they have like this thing where if the cover's no good, they won't take the album from the person and give them money for it. But what I have here is, these are a bunch of finds. All these, I got five, I went to a 5 for $1 store. They had the same stuff up there, record players and stuff. And they had those all-in-one record players, and they had a direct drive record player. I'm not sure, they don't have nothing set up so you could test it, and I'm all about testing stuff before I walk out the door with it. So, and plus I didn't want to be bothered with it. I have no more room to set up another unit in here. I really don't. So and it really doesn't make any sense to get another unit at this point when this I'm having computer problems. So any money I get right now will go into my computer, so in case it dies. It's been making funny noise, and so I figured, with Labor Day and everything coming up, let me get this little thing on the road with what I found, and just in case my computer dies on me because it's been making noise, might be gone for a couple of weeks if it does that. So you see this Kellogg's box. This is a great way to recycle your garbage. As you're wondering, some people have pizza boxes. I have pizza once in a blue moon because it's high in calories, so I don't eat that much pizza. And plus I have high blood pressure. It has a lot of salt on it, so when I have pizza, it's a real little treat for me when I can eat it. But it's not one of the to-do things to eat when you have high blood pressure. Okay, let me flip this over and show you what's on the other side of my recycled bar. This is a little tree, and you look closer, you see the grains of the grass. I did this all, actually these little cardboard boxes make great canvases because it is sturdy and strong, and it absorbs the paint really good and gets right in there. And I was able to make me a little rock mountain over there. Every now and then you'll run into those some old, I was always fascinated by old rocks that are sitting there that eventually turn into dirt, I suppose. And but it's always nice to see them. And then I gave it like a sunset and everything with the orange, and you could see beneath the tree there's clouds. The tree is covering the clouds, and I was going to make this the lonely tree with no leaves on it, but I just couldn't do it. But one day I'm going to make my lonely tree picture where there's just have the branches with no leaves on it. But I always like to make pictures with things in bloom. So, but that is my right on the back of that. It's kind of hard to believe. You could just, if it has, okay, let me move on. Okay. Remember I told you they had another 5-pack of those Sony's tapes? Well, here it is, another 5-pack. And then I found 2 loose 90-minute ones. And there someone had grabbed all the rest of the Fugees, because there was more Fugees than I took, you know. But I thought it had a good amount. And here's Glenn Campbell live, and here's Travis Trent, Christmas time, the loving time. I think I like him. That'd be a nice time for Christmas. And this is a used tape. A frog toad voice. I'm not going to be listening to this. Will be erased immediately when I get a chance. Excuse me. And now let's move on to vinyl. I found a whole bunch of jazz. That's what I mainly look for: jazz and soul and classic rock. And I even look for country music too. But the main thing I really do look for is jazz. And the blues, if I can find it. Bob James and David Sanborn, Double Vision. It's a good album. For $1. George Jones, kind of like as jazz, kind of funky jazz. Spyro Gyro, Carnival. Nice album cover, huh? Hey, I think I'm going to try to paint that bird. Isn't that a cool bird? Look at that. Here's Weather Report. It's got 2 albums in it. Another cool piece of artwork done. But people, it's good to study people. They're abstract people, but you could you could see by the shapes and everything that they're people. I'm sure there's nothing interesting in here. It's just a bunch of jumbo mess. Let's see the guys on the back. This guy passed away about 2 years ago. The head of Spyro Gyro, which is sad. But we all gotta go. I think I have this one. I know I do, but since it was like in the $5 for $1 pile, I just went with it. So this Weather Report, heavy weather, and this is hilarious. This is Al. I'm sorry. He's all dressed up like a pimp, if you ask me. He's got a white hat and the shoes, and you know, the love theme from Godfather, Speak Softly, sung by this guy. I just thought the cover was pretty interesting, but also he's a good singer. And here's Henry James and his new swinging band. These are from the $5 for $1 pile. And guess what I found? I found Grace Jones, the album that made her freaking famous. Look at the inside of this cover. She was a model before she was a singer. Just look at the artwork done here. Just absolutely beautiful. And it's a very good album. She lived in France for a long time, so she speaks French, and she also speaks Italian. She was singing with, I forget what his name, he sings opera, he's a tenor, he died a few years ago. Really a big Italian guy. Paparazzi or something like that his name was, but she was on the stage with this insane dress on, singing with him in Italian. She is just incredible. She's very European-like. She lived her life, you know, being a top model. She was in Europe a lot, and she just took to France. And I don't know how the hell she found out how to speak Italian, but she was singing opera with that man. And when he did album with people singing with him, I thought she stole a show when she got on stage with him. Okay, and here's Parliament, Mother Connection. Great album cover, huh? And this is back for $5 for $1. I'm not too sure about Robert Plant and how he sounds and all that. I know he made that one song that was a hit one time, but other than that, he didn't have too many big hits. But what I found that was a gem that went for $1 was Janice Ann Stars, which I like her. And then Janice Ann Between the Lines. I used to have both of these albums originally. I had to sell them when my albums came when I couldn't find a needle for my record player about 15 years ago. So that is my finds for the 2nd of September. We are so sadly losing summer. I love the summer. It's so gosh doggone depressing in the winter. Oh, you gotta get out in that snow, and it's just a nightmarish type of thing. So with all that said and done, you guys have a great Labor Day, and I might be back with more stuff. I'm gonna get this up to you before my computer dies. See you guys later.